we're celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And joining us today is Narawan Taiko.
Yes, it's Diana Wu. Welcome in.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about what Taiko is, and you know, a little bit of the history of it for those who don't know.
Of course. So taiko is Japanese drumming. Taiko, the word means great drum. So you can see these drums are very large. Traditionally, and still to this day, they're in Japan, used in a lot of local festivals, temples for rituals. And only in the last 50, 60 years has it now become more of a contemporary art form where lots of people can play together, make energy together, make music together, and just shake up an audience in a really good way.
Yeah, because it wasn't actually a performance art. It was mostly to communicate, wasn't it?
It was mostly functional, right? It was playing music, but it was often the instrument that the dancers would dance around. There are some where they say the drum is the connection between the earth and spirit world. So it was always it wasn't the star of the show, but it was always a supplement, supplementary to the main act. And recently, now, you will see the taiko as the star of the show, and the music is a little bit more modern, a lot more energetic. It is like, it's what people see and are drawn to and want to play.
These drums are beautiful, by the way.
Yes.
So give us an idea of what, you know, how these differ from maybe what other drums that we might see in other performances are.
Yeah, so all of these are taiko.
Okay.
Commonly people, when they think of taiko, they see this large drum with the wood body, the tacks that are holding the head in. And they come in many sizes. This is actually a medium-sized drum.
Wow.
So it's what we call our regular-sized drum. But they can also be very, very large, in which you need 8 to 10 people to pick it up, to put it on a big stand and
They're like
play
art pieces.
upwards.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yes. So this particular taiko was made by a company in Japan called Miyamoto Nosuke. They've been making taiko for over 160 years. This is our pride and joy right now.
So the bigger the drum, obviously, the louder the sound.
Yes, absolutely.
Could you give us a little bit of a
course.
sample just so
Can
we
we
could
wake
hear?
the neighbors up while we're
Yeah,
at it?
could we?
I'll give it a shot.
You can actually feel it. When,
Yes.
You know, when she's.
I hope they can feel it at home, because you can feel it in your bones.
Narawan, first of all, you founded Narawan Taiko. Tell us a little bit about what that means,
Yes.
and then also, that's pretty physical.
Absolutely. I know that was only about 5 seconds and I already am breathing hard. But yes, Narawan Taiko I started in 2008. I actually discovered taiko at UC Berkeley. They have a collegiate group there, and a lot of California universities here have a collegiate team. And I started the group in San Diego because I could see how much it connected people, and how much it allowed people to open up their energy, and just the joy it brought them, the confidence they brought them. So I started Narawan. Now the interesting bit is taiko is Japanese. However, I'm Taiwanese, and taiko in the States is not only played by Japanese Americans. It can be played by anyone from any background. And so Narawan is a word from an Aboriginal tribe in Taiwan. So roll with me here.
Yeah.
and it means welcome, but we're all in the same family. So I wanted a name that really defined the mission of what I wanted to do with taiko, which is to welcome people, connect people together, and also to show that it can be open to everyone, and also touch back to my own roots as well.
Yeah.
For those who join your group or who play with you, what do they seek out of it? Whatever their background might be, when they come to you, they're like, I want to blank.
Some of my favorite stories of students that have come by are folks who often in their everyday lives are not very loud or very, public speaking. Public speaking isn't their most, favorite thing. But when they're on the taiko, it's almost like as soon as they hit it, it opens up something in them. It opens up that reserved energy that they haven't been able to just release to the public, and so they
frustration, your happiness, all of those things, that kind of energy.
We need one of these, like the downstairs at all our houses.
Can anybody learn how to do this?
Yes, absolutely. So our hope, of course, in San Diego is to build a school one day for more people to have access to it. But meanwhile, there's at least 8 other groups in San Diego, community groups, college groups, temple groups, who are also open to sharing taiko. So anywhere in San Diego, you might be able to find some way to learn the drum.
Maria likes to hit things all the time.
Oh, my goodness. So you know what? I guess I've been volunteered. I'll give you that.
Go for it.
I know you've been waiting for this day. So these
Take us through
I
it.
just might, it's never good when I have sticks in my hands.
Yeah, that's how we step over here.
So these sticks are called bachi.
Okay.
And so and as you mentioned earlier, it is a very physical art form. So when we stand by the taiko, you want to stand in a nice wide stance. I know and so a nice stable stance is better. Like you can have control of yourself. And when you hit, you want to use your whole body. So you don't just want to drop, you want to lift, and then just put your heart into it. Yeah. And you lift, and then drop. Ha! Ha!
Bad
you
flashbacks of Maria swinging things at me in the
And I
newsroom.
thought you were
You know
standing
what?
back.
It's a really good thing. It's so physical, and you know what? You kind of release some of your energy.
Absolutely.
All right.
I was doing this when I was in law school, when I was in college. It was the perfect way for me to just suddenly feel good again and just have the energy to continue with the day.
That's
So if
awesome.
anybody wants to find out more information about Narawan, they can come in and learn how to do it with you.
Absolutely. So they can look us up on Instagram at Narawan Taiko or on Facebook as well.
All right.
And you're working on opening a place in San Diego, yes?
Yes, that's the dream.
That's the dream.
So
All right.
All ages.
Absolutely. Next time I'm here, I'll be to talk about my new school.
Love
in
it.
San
All
Diego.
right. Sounds good. Let's
Yeah, send them out.
You
We're
should
gonna-
send 'em out.
We're gonna send it. Oh yeah.
We can do it together.
Let's send it to
Let's do it
Megan,
together.
and we'll
just
learn
go
as we
like-
go. Here, ready?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
As fast as you
Megan,
can.
to you.
Wow. And a drum roll for weather. I love that.